Hi, this is Ed Traut from Prophetic Life Ministry here in San Antonio, Texas. The last few days of 2020 have come and gone. We do our dream 6-minute segments to try to stimulate, encourage, and enlighten people that are dreaming. This is our dream channel, and we do hope that you are subscribed and that you pass it on to a friend or two, and that you actually turn the notifications on, that little bell, so that we can let you know when we post once a week these 6-minute inserts. Today I want to revisit what we've spoken about before, the fathoming. In 1 Corinthians 13, you all know verse 1, which says, "If I speak in tongues of men and angels and have not love, I'm a sounding gong, clanging cymbal." But verse 2 says, if I can have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries. There is definitely a prophetic coupling, indicator, harmony with fathoming and comprehension or prophetic. Those two things seem to go together. When you're prophetic, you can fathom mysteries. Now, what are mysteries? Mysteries are things that are not natural for us to understand, that we can't always fathom. There are many mysteries, and God said to the prophets of old, He says, I can show you many mysteries in heaven and in earth and show you these things, and God does. And some of these things are symbolisms. Through the book of Revelation, we have so many mysteries that we don't always understand. It was very natural for the Sanhedrin of Israel, which were the spiritual leaders, they're like the bishops of the faith there, in the Jewish faith. They would certainly discuss and be part of those different scriptures, and they debate, and they'd spend all day, and they only had 24 books, but they'd spend all day debating, trying to fathom the understanding of the scriptures. And that's where they got different doctrines. Sadducees believed there was no death, there was no life after death, and where the Pharisees believed that, and they always argued about 3 different doctrines. So here we have now fathoming mysteries. And how does that reflect with dreams? Well, dreams sometimes are just a plain mystery, and we do have a pattern from the word. When I take symbolisms, if I get a dream and I find one part that has to be symbolic, because there's no way a 10-headed monster can come out of the ocean, then everything's symbolic. Then I start to analyze each object, each person, and I see what they could symbolize. And then I put it together. But when there's a mystery involved, or fathoming, it is a gift, or a developing gift, or a developed gift of the prophetic. If you are prophetic in any way, or you pursue from God to give you understanding that you can possibly fathom mysteries, then you need to make it something, put your faith behind it. And God will help you. God will certainly teach or help you to do just that. And so in fathoming mysteries, we seek the Lord, and God will give us understanding. And you found people that are prophetic, and most prophets can fathom, and they get different interpretations. I always go back to the word, of course, but there are some things that are just too odd. And when someone tells me a dream, there are times I just know, because I know as they're telling me what it's to do with. Usually the fathoming will help, or the mysteries or the revelation will help, once you've got the symbols, to apply it correctly. The real issue is that dream or that insight for me, for someone else? Is it for today? Is it for this avenue or that avenue? Am I dreaming about this situation? And to place the language of that dream correctly. And that's why having an insight helps enormously. In the Old Testament, people would go and consult a seer when they needed to fathom mysteries or have understanding, or certainly kings and pharaohs would certainly recruit people that could interpret, like Daniel was recruited because his gift, he fathomed mysteries. It was so profound that King Nebuchadnezzar insisted that he would not only interpret the dream, he would actually find out from God what the dream is. In fact, he said, if you don't, I'm going to kill you. A mega motivation. If you don't interpret or get my dream from God, you're dead. He's going to pray and seek God until God speaks to him. It's amazing how you'll put your faith in motion. Now, if you can do that, if you're under that pressure to do that, it's doable. We can always seek God if you're really serious about it. Of course, it gets very easy to call Ed Traut, or call this person, call that prophet. But God really wants us to pursue him, to start fathoming ourselves. It's the whole journey, and he often gives us dreams to invite us into that place where we start fathoming mysteries and what God is saying to us. Don't dismiss your dreams. It's very important for you to write them down. If you dismiss them often enough, they'll start becoming obsolete. You won't remember the dreams anymore. I mean, I wouldn't speak to you if you didn't take my calls. I would stop trying to call. It's that simple. So if God speaks to you, don't play with that dream. Write it down, because He's certainly speaking to you if you are prophetic, and He could use you. We do want the communication going from God on a regular basis. My name is Ed Traut. I'm from Prophetic Life Ministry. I do encourage you to go online and check us out on our website, and of course, tell your friends about this. Pass this on. Let more people get blessed and strengthened and encouraged. We do appreciate you. We'll see you soon.